Hey guys, Dirt here, and it's that time again. Time for another look at the Comic of the Month box. Now, for those of you that do not remember, Comic of the Month is a personalized mystery box of comics sent to you every month based on your own wants. So for instance, when you sign up, you get to go in and say, I want Spider-Man or I want Superman. You can say, I want more current stuff. You can say, I want older stuff. They've got a regular box and a collector's box. I've decided to stick with the collector's box. So what I have here in the photo tent is the collector's box. This is month 4 for me. And again, these are personally handpicked for me based off my interests. So your box could be different, but this will give you an idea of the type of stuff you're going to get in your collector's box. So you can see we have the box here. And what I've done is I've just cut the tape on here so I can get it open. But otherwise, I haven't gone through it yet. But you can see they have a custom box here. comicofthemonth.club, and it's got some awesome artwork to it. And find us on Facebook. Yeah. So inside this box, we've got a baggie full of our comics here. I'm going to slide them out. Again, I'm trying not to look at them here before we get to it. So, all right, I'm going to take it, and here we go. Boom! We've got Mighty Thor 321. Let me try to adjust the camera here, get it all. There we go. Mighty Thor 321. Let's see. Oh, my camera's acting weird with the lights. Because it's reflecting right into it, maybe? Okay. It's because that light was reflecting right into it. So, you live, you learn. Alright. So Thor 321, this is 82. Actually, it looks to be in really good condition. Although I'm not sure what makes this one so special. First appearance of Freya. Oh, I think that was Thor's mom in the continuity back then. And it shows a price of $15. And you can tell it's actually in a heavier quality bag here. It's in one of those, probably like a 5mm sleeve to keep it safe. So, alright, that's pretty cool. I don't know that it's really worth $15, but that's still a pretty good book. Early 80s. Alright, what do we have here? Amazing Spider-Man 172. This is the first appearance of the Rocket Racer. You can see the Rocket Racer there on the cover in his crazy colors of orange and yellow. He was actually in the cartoon. If you saw that Spider-Man cartoon on Fox Kids back in the day. It's not in the greatest of shape. I can see some bent corners here, a little bit of rough edge here at the top. Spine's a little curled. Otherwise, it's in fairly decent condition. That one probably is worth quite a few dollars. I'd say maybe a $10 book on that one, $8 to $10. But that's pretty good. That's pretty cool to see that in there. Okay, Captain Atom. All right, now if you guys have been watching some of these videos before, I actually like Captain Atom. Captain Atom and Blue Beetle. I love Booster Gold, all of those characters. I love those characters, some of those B-level DC. So I actually like that they have these in here. I've been buying some of these digitally, actually, and rereading them on Comixology. So getting them here in print, that is cool. That's number 20. And there's also issue 21. That's another thing about Comic of the Month Club. If they can, they try to get sequential books, or at least ones that are close together when they send them to you. So you're not just getting one random book in the middle of nowhere that you're trying to read. That way you can get a better following of the story, better grasp of it. And we've got another Captain Atom. And we've got Captain Atom 22. So 20, 21, 22. That's pretty cool. I like that. I like that they're sequential like that. I love it. I'll be reading these probably later this afternoon after I get my chores done around the house. Fantastic Four 349. Wow, I remember buying this off the shelf back when this one came out. And Wolverine, Ghost Rider, Spider-Man, and Hulk were the Fantastic Four fill-ins for a while. And this is part of that era, and a Punisher appearance nonetheless. the world's most collectible comic magazine. Yeah, especially now that they won't make any more until Sony gives up the movie rights. But that's pretty cool. $3.49. And we've got another one here. This is $3.70. What is this? $3.73. So like I said, they try to give them to you sequential if they can. If not, then, you know, as close as they can to each other, a couple of the same books. So a little bit of time in between those two, but it's still cool that you've got them. And you can always, you know, sit and compare them, contrast them as you go through. And then also, honestly, it gives me something to do when I go to conventions, trying to hunt down some of the missing issues in between, try to put runs together. It's just, you know, one of the fun things to pass time when you're at a convention. All right, Armageddon 2001, Adventures of Superman Annual 3 from 1991. I was working at a comic book store, actually, when this came out. Metropolis Comics in Springfield, Illinois. This is no value. I just like Superman. I do like Superman books. I bought this when it came out, but I've sold it off since then. I had to sell a whole bunch of stuff after my kids were born. So it's nice to get something back to refill one of those holes. Here he is kissing Maxima. She was the queen of this like warrior space race. Actually, it's kind of funny because this is a precursor in many ways to what actually ended up happening with Superman and Wonder Woman in New 52, 20 years later in 2011. So anyway, that's cool. Again, value-wise, probably nothing to it, but I like Superman. I like that era of stuff, so that's cool for me that it is mixed in there. And Abe Sapien. Okay, so I like Hellboy, and I put that I like Hellboy and the BRP PD stuff in there, so they threw in an Abe Sapien. So still written by Mike Mignola, but the artwork is John Arcudi and Patrick Reynolds. So honestly, I have not read a lot of BPRD stuff, Abe Sapien, any of the other stuff beyond Hellboy. Like, if Mike Mignola is doing the artwork, I usually buy it. So this other stuff I'm not that familiar with. I know that there are reading orders you can put it into, but a lot of these are written in such a way that you can just read them on your own, and it doesn't really matter. So anyway, and that's going to do it. So Abe Sapien, actually, that's a kind of a heavy book. It feels like there's quite a few pages in that one. So it might be bigger than your standard issue. So that's cool. So Abe Sapien, because I like Hellboy. Superman, because I like Superman. We got a couple Fantastic Fours. I did ask for some of those in that era, 80s, 90s, early 90s. We've got Captain Atom. We've got our 3 Captain Atom books. That Amazing Spider-Man, I'm pretty sure that's at least an $8 book, maybe a $10 book, based on the condition it's in. And then that Thor, it says 15. I'm going to guess it's in a nice condition. It's in a really good condition. I have to give him credit for that. But I don't think the first appearance of Freya is really that big of a deal. I'm going to guess that's another 8 to 10. But still, another $8 to $10 book. That's 2 8 to 10s. I mean, that's a $16 to $20 value right there, plus the Captain Atoms and stuff in there that I like to read. There's no value to them, but I really enjoy the character and I really enjoy reading them. So I got to say, overall, once again, this is a great set of books. Now, I've done this before, and I'm going to throw it up there again. If you can go to comicofthemonth.club, use the referral code DIRT, and I get some points. I get discount, whatever. It helps bring down the cost of my box. I'm not going to pay my rent with this. I'm not going to pay my mortgage off. I'm not going to make a car payment with this. If you guys go use the referral code DIRT, it does help me a little bit in getting my boxes. But you're not funding a lavish lifestyle or anything for me, so I'm not getting rich off of putting a referral code on here. So I'm throwing it on there because I believe in the service. I like the service. I like getting these comics, and I like getting comics that I want. Some of the other stuff, Bento Box and some of the other things, you can get some graphic novels for random stuff that maybe you don't care about at all. But for me, this is a box custom made for me with stuff I want. And that's, to me, what makes it worth so much more than any other Loot Crate or Geek Box or anything else out there that people do, except maybe the Bacon Jerky, Graham. They do send you Bacon Jerky in the mail every month. And that may be the one that beats Comic of the Month Club. But otherwise, comicofthemonth.club. Use the referral code DIRT. You're going to love it. Trust me. It's worth every penny. You're going to get books you like. It's always so fun and exciting to get the box in the mail. That's going to do it for me, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.
Dirt, call me.